So, hello guys, my name is Vivek and I'm your math knowledge coach for the day. Let's say we have completed our ASVAB math knowledge geometry bootcamp. Now we are going to focus on the arithmetic skill part of math knowledge. So, in today's class, we are going to basically focus on the number properties and order of operations. So, let's start with number and its types. So, guys, do you know what are natural numbers?
Yes.
So natural numbers, like if I say start counting, what will you start with? 1, 2, 3, 4. So naturally, where we start counting from, that is nothing but natural numbers.
Yes.
Now, let's say whenever we add a zero to natural number, it becomes whole numbers. Now, if we take all the numbers from the number line, so it will be -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. They are nothing but integers. So this part will be negative integers. This part will be positive integers. And this is nothing but a zero integer. Rational number. So guys, any number that you can write in the form P by Q. P by Q. What I mean by that? If you can write any number in the form of fractions, you can say it is a rational number. Irrational number, basically you can just say root of 2, root of 3, which is not a perfect square. Okay, or perfect cube root of anything. A number that is continuously going on, going on, going on. So that is nothing but irrational number. Now, let us understand prime numbers. So, Anjay, buddy, what is prime numbers?
You say prime number?
Yeah, prime numbers.
After like 3, that's there is number can divide by 1.
Mm-hmm. So prime numbers basically are the numbers which you can divide. Like let's say the factors of it are nothing but 1 in itself. Now, let
Oh.
me give you an example of the number 7. So you can divide the number 7 with only 7 and 1. So this type of
Mm,
numbers are nothing but prime numbers. You said it correctly. Now, tell me, is 11 a prime number? Ablam?
Yes,
Yep.
yes. It
22.
is
What
prime
about
number
22? Yeah.
yes, 22.
22 is not prime. 22 is not prime number
Yes. Why so?
because we can divide 22 by 2, by 11, and by 22, and by 1.
Awesome. So
Hmm.
22 can be divided by
Hmm.
1, 2, 11, and 22. So there
Hmm.
are two more numbers than 1 in itself. That is why 22 is not a prime number. 22 is nothing but a composite number. You guys can take a screenshot of these prime numbers below 100 so that you can revise it later. Please take a screenshot of this and then we'll move on to the composite number. So composite numbers are the numbers with more than two factors. Now let me just give you an example. If I say the number 30, so 30 can be divided by 1. It can be divided by 2. It can be divided by 3. It can be divided by 4. It can be divided by 5. It can be divided by 6, 8, 9, 10. Then 15 and 30. So any number having more than two factors are nothing but composite numbers. Now, guys, question for you. Which of the following is a prime number? Anjay and Ablam.
Oh. Mm,
You can just type the answer in the chat box.
oh.
Which of the following is a prime number? Anjay, Daniel, and Ablam.
11.
Yep, very good. Because 11 is divisible by 1 and itself. Very good, Ablam. Now, let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is a composite number? Fast, 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 guys.
27.
Aha, awesome. Anjay, do you agree with Ablam's answer?
Yes, 27.
Yeah, because
Yes,
27 is divisible by?
by
Test.
1,
1,
3,
3,
9,
9, and
27.
7.
Awesome. Yep. Now, I think you have understood what are prime numbers and composite numbers. Now we'll go on to some difficult steps, or let's say difficult topics, nothing but prime factorization. So what are the prime factors of 24? Let me try to tell you how do we solve this prime factorization. There are some direct questions asked in the sample question papers of ASVAB. They will say, what is the prime factorization of 1000? What is the prime factorization of 1225? They might give you any number. So here I'm going to take an easy number, solve it for you. I'll solve two questions, then you solve the remaining questions. So
All
24.
right.
What we are saying, what we are doing over here, prime factorization. So we
Yes.
will be finding, yeah, Ablam?
We can, what problem number? 2,
Yep.
1, 2, 1, 2,
Mm-hmm.
3,
Yep. We can find
4.
those as factors. That's correct. But the method that I'm going to teach you here, what we will do is we'll find the least prime number that you can divide 24 with, which is 1 other than 1. So 2 is the prime number, least prime number other than 1, which we can divide 24 with. So 24
Mhm.
divided by 2
Okay.
would be 12.
12.
Yeah. By
Now,
2,
then again, 12 will be divided by 2.
2,
Will we
3,
I
get
think so.
6?
6.
6.
By 2
6
again.
divided by 2, 3.
Yeah.
3.
And
By
3
3.
cannot be divided by 2, so we'll go ahead with 3. 1. So 24 can be written as 2 times the multiplication of all these numbers over here. 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Now, this 2 times 2 times 2 can be written as 2 to the power 3 times 3. So this is how you write the prime factorization of any number. Did you understand it, Angie? Little bit you understood?
Yes, but
Yes.
also, one question. So what about second, like 12 divided by 2, 6. So can you do
Hmm.
like 12 divided by 3, a 4? Like 4 divided by 2, 1, a 2?
You can do that, but 4 is not a prime number, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
So just try to go ahead with the least prime number. You can
Okay, I
do
got
that
you.
with 3 as well. But I would suggest you go ahead with the least one.
Okay.
Okay? Now,
Okay, thank you. I see now.
let me give you one more question. Now, let me solve one more question. Here we go. Let's find out the prime factorization for 100. Or let's do one thing more interesting. Let's make it 1000. Okay. So the least prime number other than
2.
1, which we can divide 1000 with, is 2.
Yeah. Yes.
So 1000 divided by 2 would be nothing
500.
but
500.
5.
500. So 500
Mhm.
can be again divided by 2.
2.
500 divided by 2 is
250.
250.
150.
250 can be
By
divided
2.
by 2.
Yes.
125.
Yes.
Now, you cannot divide 125 with 2. Can you divide it with 3, guys?
No.
No.
By
And do
5.
you, yeah, and tell me,
By
Wow,
5.
now,
yeah,
like 5.
let's go ahead with 5. So 5 here we have 2, 2 carried over, 25.
250.
So 25
25.
can be again divided by 5.
5.
5 is the
5.
remaining.
5 by
5
3,
5.
yeah.
is 5. So
Yes.
1000 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 5
5
times 5 times 5. So I
by
can
2
Yes.
times.
simply write it as 2 to the
Times 5.
power 3 times 5 to the power 3.
Yes.
Whoa.
Okay. I hope you guys understood it.
Yes.
If you
Yes.
have any doubt, please note it down. Write it down. And you guys must have never heard like someone died by writing something. Okay, so keep on writing. Nobody's going to die if you write some extra sums or something like that. Keep on
Mhm.
practicing, keep on writing it down. Once you write it down, we are going to move on to some next few questions.
All right.
Let's move ahead.
Good.
Yep. Guys, can you find the prime factors of 63? Fast.
3.
Prime factors. Okay, prime factorization. Let's say by factorization, you need to find the prime
Okay.
factorization of 63. How would you write it in prime factorization form? Give me the complete answer.
3
Mm-hmm.
and 21.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you
take one.
think 21 can further be divided into 3 and 7?
Yes. 7.
You
3.
divide this
21.
21 by 3, you will get 7. 7 times
Yeah.
1 is 7.
5.
3 times 7. So what do we have? 3 square times 7.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's move on ahead. Yep. This is a question from your ASVAB sample paper. Solve it. You have 90 seconds to solve it.
Coming. B.
Aha, that was quick. But I would, uh, if you put the answer in the chat box, it would be awesome. Yep, Daniel has answered. Angie has also answered. I hope you guys understood it. Let's move on to the next question. Here is the next question, guys. 392. What is the prime factorization of 392? I already have an answer.
A.
Okay, Ablam also got A, Angie also got A. Well, guys, your answer is correct. Let's move on. There you go. You have 90 seconds, guys. Your time starts now. Oh, Angie is pretty fast. Let's wait for Ablam and Daniel. Daniel says C as well. Ablam, waiting for you, buddy.
I'm coming.
You're done. What did you get?
C.
Awesome. If you get the answer, please put it in the chat box.
Okay.
Now, once we have understood about the prime factorization method, we are going to move on for finding the HCF, which is the highest common factor and the least common multiple. Okay. So here we are going to find the LCM. Let's say we'll be initially finding the HCF of 24 and 32. So what will we do now? We'll try to use the same method which we have learned in order to find the HCF. So let's say 24, 32. What do we have? 24 divided by 2. It's 12. 12 divided
12,
by 2, 6. 6
6,
divided by 2, 3. 3 divided by 3, 1.
1,
32 can be divided by 2. You get 32 divided by 2 is 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8.
8,
8
8,
divided by 2 is 4.
4,
4,
4 divided by 2 is 2. 2
2,
divided by 2 is 1.
and
So,
1.
whenever finding the HCF, highest common factor, just write down the vertical forms. 24 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3, and 32 equals to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. While taking the highest common factor, guys, you need to take the common factors. Here, HCF equals this 2 is there. Then we have this 2 over here. Then we have this 2 over here. So all the common factors have been taken. So what will I do now? I'll multiply them. 2 times 2 times 2 is nothing but 8. So 8
8.
is nothing but the HCF of 24 and 32. 32. Have
Okay.
you guys understood it?
Yes. Cause like to find 24, like make like 853, right? And 854. That's right.
Sorry, I didn't get you. What did you say?
So I say like, so 8 that's it, like hash AF goes when you take a to multiply by 3, I find 24, and
Yes.
8 by 4, I find 32. So 8. Okay.
Basically, we are going to find the highest common factor. So there is other way of doing this as well. So what will
Mhm.
I do now? Let me tell you the basic way how we can solve it now. Highest common factor. So first thing, I'll write down the common, like let's say the factors of 24. So I can divide 1, 24 with 1, then 2, then 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, and 24. These are all the numbers. So these are all the factors that I can divide 24 with. Now I'll go ahead with 32. So 32, I can divide it with 1, 2, 4. Then we have 8. Then we have 16 and 32. So what are the common factors now? The common factors are 1, 2, and 8.
8.
So what was the question asking? Highest common factor. So which is the highest common factor from 1, 2, and 8? It is 8.
8. Okay.
Okay.
All
So
right.
whenever you want to find the highest common factor, I want you to master the prime factorization method. Because if you master the prime factorization method, it will be very easy for you. Okay. Now, let me solve few more questions. So it will be like you will have a more clearer idea about it. So shall we continue with the prime factorization method? Are you guys okay with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's move on. Now here, I'm going to find the prime factorization. Let's say I'm going to find the highest common factor between 15 and 12. So
okay,
15, what do I get? 3 divided by 15. It's 5.
5.
5 divided by 5, 1.
1,
I'll put the 12 over here. So 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3.
3,
3 divided by 3 is 1. So
1.
15 is equal to 3 times 5 times 1. Or else you can just keep it as 3 times 5. And 12 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3. So highest common factors. I'm going to find what is common.
3,
3. 3.
Only 3. So the highest
Yeah.
common factor is 3. Understood?
Yes.
yes,
Now I'll take some crazy numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Da-da-da-da. Let me take 625 and 900. So I want to find the highest common factor between 625 and 900. So let me try to do the prime factorization. So 625 can be divided by 5. So what do
Yes.
we get? 125. 125 can be divided by 5. I'll get 25. 25
Five.
can be divided by 5. You
Yes,
get 5
5.
over here. 5 divided
Five.
by 5 is nothing but 1. The next is 900. So 900
Two.
can be divided by 2. What would we get? 450.
400.
Yes.
450 can be divided by 2. What would we get? 2.
Uh,
2%.
Yeah, please tell me.
25. 25.
225?
Yes.
yeah, 225.
Yep, that's awesome, buddy. So 225. Can you divide this number by 3 now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So divide this by 3.
75.
Yep,
75.
25.
75. Awesome. 75 can be
Three.
again divided by 3. What do we have?
Yes.
25.
25.
25. Divide 25 by 5. What do we have again?
5.
5.
Yep. Now, what will I do? I'll write down these numbers over here. So 625 equals to 5
Yeah.
times
So
5
5, 5,
times
5.
5 times 5. And 900 equals to
2,
2
2.
times 2 times 3 times 3 times 5 times 5. Let us find the HCF, which is nothing but the highest common factor. So find the common factors first. So I have one
5.
5, another
5.
5,
Yes, that's 5.
this 5, and this 5 over here. So 5 times 5 is 25. So the highest common factor of 625 and 900 would be nothing but
It's
25.
5. Mhm.
25. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Let's move on to the next question, guys. Would you solve the first question, guys?
Find the high common factor of the following number using a sinking card.
I think so. If I a prime variable after
Yeah, you need to find the prime factorization method, the method that we just learned.
okay.
You can use any method that you know, but let's say prime factorization method is best. There are less chances of error in it.
All right. Also, above or just one?
You can move ahead for the second one as well.
Oh, okay.
Write the answer in the chat box for the first and the
A,
second.
A, I found 5.
Awesome. What about B?
Yeah.
I'm coming. Something carrément. 154.
Yeah, B, I think so. 7.
How much?
Sure.
B,
7. Think so.
7.
Yeah.
Did you
B
get
7.
7, both of you?
If I 7. Yeah, I
That's
think
good.
so.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh.
Yes.
Mm,
You're
7.
right, buddy. It's 7.
Okay.
Now, we are going to learn how to find the least common multiple. So let's say there is just one step that we need to do more than the greatest common factor. So let me try to take the LCM of this. Okay, let's do it this way now. So 12, 2, 6. 6 divided by 2, 3. 3 divided by 3, 1. Then we have 15. Can be divided by 3, 5. 5, 1. So let's say 12 is equal to 2 times 2 times 3. 15 is equal to 3 times 5. So the LCM will be, initially you take down the common numbers once, 3 times. You taken the common factors, then you multiplied with all the remaining numbers. So what are all the remaining numbers? 2,
4.
2 times 5. So what do we have? 3 times 2 is 6 times 2
6.
times 5. So 2 times 5 is 10.
10.
6
60.
times 10 is 60.
60.
So basically, 60 is the number, is the least common number, common multiple, which 12 and 15 is going to have. So let's say, if you want to solve it using some other method, I will tell you how it goes. So the multiples of 12s. Multiple means what? You're going to multiply 12, then 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, dot, dot, dot. Next, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 90, 105, dot, dot, dot. Okay. And the least common multiple. So I can only see 60 over here. Now, if there was some other number, if you just move ahead for solving this, now let's move further few steps. 96, 108, 120. Here you have 120 directly. So if you observe, this is also
Yeah.
a common multiple.
120.
But which is the least? 60. So 60 is the least common multiple. Okay. Let's move on. Now I'll be solving the least common multiple of 24 and 18 using the prime factorization method. Let me solve it here. So 18, 24, 18 can be divided by 2, you get 9. 9 can be divided by 3, you get 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 24 can be divided by 2, you have 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 18 is equal to 2 times 3 times 3. And 24 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. So least common multiple would be, first take out the common part. So here we have this 3. And take out, multiply the numbers that are not in common. So 3 times 2 times 2. Let's do the calculation now. 2 times 3 is 6. Again, 2 times 3 is 6 times 2. So 6 times 6 is 36 times 2, which is nothing but 72. So the least common multiple will be 72. Did you guys understand it?
Yeah.
Yep. Anjay, did you get it, buddy?
Yes.
Ablam?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to find the LCM for 3 numbers. Let's level it up. Okay. Because they might ask you to find the least common multiple or the greatest common factor of 3 numbers also. So I'll solve both of them. I'll solve the GCF also. I'll solve the LCM also. So here I'll have 20, here I'll have 25, here I'll have 30. So 20 can be divided by 2, we have 10.
10,
10 can be divided by 2, we have 5.
5,
5 divided by 1, 5 divided by 5, 1.
1,
So 25 can be divided by 5. 5 can be
5,
divided by 5 itself. 30 can be divided
5,
by 2. 30 divided by 2 is 15. 15
15,
divided by 3 is
3,
3,
5.
5,
5, 5.
5 and 1.
1.
So now, what will we do, guys? I will just write this numbers down. So 20 would be equal to 2 times 2 times 5,
5,
where
5,
25 will be equal to 5
5
times
2,
times
5.
3,
30 will be equal to 2 times 3
3,
times 5. Now,
5.
initially, let us try to find the GCF, which is nothing but the greatest common factor. So remember, it should be the common factor for all of them. So here there is 5, 5, 5. So
5,
we take
5.
one 5 as common. And that's it. The GCF, the greatest common factor for all these three numbers is 5. Now let's try to find the LCM. LCM. Take down the number that was common and multiply it with all the remaining numbers. 2 times these 2 times 5 times 2 times 3. Because it is multiplication, you can just multiply two numbers at a time. So 5 times 2 is 10.
10,
2 times 5 is 10.
10,
2 times 3 is 6.
6,
So this becomes 6 times 10 is 60. Times 10 is 600.
600.
So 600 is nothing but the least common multiple of 20, 25, and 30. Have you guys understood it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. If you want me to redo it, I will redo it for you, or else I'm going to give you one question to solve. Are you guys ready for the question?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. I like that spirit. Let me give you some crazy numbers. Ha ha ha. 50, 75. I want you to find the GCF, greatest common factor, and the LCM, least common multiple for these two numbers. You have,
Hmm?
All right.
I
sorry,
already
did
have
you
it.
get it?
No.
Zoom user. Yeah, buddy. You're saying something?
No.
Yeah, there is a new member in the class.
No, that was back. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's completely fine. Uh, you guys, you know how to solve the LCM and GCF, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Yep. And your good name? What is your name?
Joseph Sosa.
Joseph. Okay. It would be awesome if you guys just rename your profiles, you know? Because
Yeah, I literally just made it right now. I got you.
yeah. Just find the GCF now, the greatest common factor, and the LCM, the least common multiple. Go ahead and solve it fast. Did anyone get the answer? Anyone got the GCF?
Yeah. I'm almost down. So.
Okay, take your time.
All right.
If you get the answer, please put it in the chat box. Oh, Daniel got the GCF. Ablam, Anjay, Joseph, do you guys want me to solve this question for you? Daniel got the LCM as well. Anjay, do you want me to solve it?
Yeah, 25 also.
Oh, you got 25.
Yeah.
Anjay got it 25. Ablam, do you want me to solve it or you'll solve it?
GCF
Yeah, GCF and LCM.
25.
Correct.
LCM.
The LCM is 150.
Yep, absolutely correct. Let's do this question, guys. Okay, that's fine. If you're struggling with any particular question, you can let me know at that instant only, and I can start helping you out from that moment. So here, 50 can be divided by 2, you get 25. 25 can be divided by the least prime number, which is 5. 5 can be divided by 5. So let's move ahead with 75. 75 can be divided by 3, 25, and again 5, 5, 5, 1. So 50 will be equal to 2 times 5 times 5. 75 will be equal to 3 times 5 times 5. So we have GCF, greatest common factor. Here there is a 5. Then there is another 5 over here. So what do we have? 25 as the GCF. Now LCM. What did I tell you about LCM? You take down the common numbers, which were 5
Yes.
and 5, and just multiply the remaining numbers. 2 times 3. So 5 times 5, 25. 2 times 3, 6. 25 times 6,
Or
150.
150.
That's your answer. Okay?
All right.
Yep. Now, let's move on to order of operation. Okay, guys. Let's do something crazy. Solve this. Do you guys have a moment of like my brain ain't braining anymore when you see this kind of questions, like huge questions, plus, minus, multiplication, division? Okay. So
Yeah.
if you are having that type of feeling at while looking at this question, this type of questions, we're going to solve them. Okay. So I got an answer from Angie. Angie says 8. Okay, guys, I want you all of you to solve it.
It's 8.
Yeah, Ablam got 8. Joseph and Frederick. Daniel. Daniel says 6. Okay. Frederick and Joseph.
I find 8.
Okay. So some of you got the answer as 6 and some of you got the answer as 8. A math question can have only one correct answer. So what happens? What happened over here? Some of you did the addition part first and then you divided it. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Some of you did the division part first. Okay, so 4 plus 4 is nothing but 8. So the correct answer would be 8. Now, there is particularly an order of operations that we need to do. Let's say you called as PEMDAS. So PEMDAS is nothing but P for parenthesis. You can just write it down somewhere. P for parenthesis, E for exponents. Parenthesis is nothing but brackets like this. Exponents, anything raised to the power. Multiplication or division. Remember, multiplication or division, whichever comes first in the left hand side. Okay.
Division.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Multiplication or division, whichever comes first. Addition or
Division.
subtraction, whichever comes first.
Subtraction.
Now let's say if this is the case, 20 divided by 10 times 2. So in this 2, multiplication and division, you do whichever comes first from left to right. Don't go for like PEMDAS. They have themselves said multiplication or division, whichever comes first. So 20 divided by 10 is 2. 2 times 2 is nothing but equal to 4. Addition and subtraction, whichever comes first in the left is what you do. Now, let us try to solve. Okay, we will not solve it. I'll just explain you. Here, there is a parenthesis. 3 raised to power 2 is nothing but exponent. There we have a multiplication sign. There we have a division sign. Then we have an addition sign. And then we have a subtraction sign. Okay, we will solve this question after a few slides. Okay, before that, we'll try to solve some simple questions. So guys, if you observe carefully, 8 plus 7 divided by 3. So we have PEMDAS. Do we have a parenthesis in this? Yes. So we will solve that first. 8 plus 7 is 15. So 15 divided by 3. Do we have an exponent? No.
No.
Do we have multiplication? No. We have division. So let's solve it. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So our answer would be 5. Always go in the order only. You guys have to go in the order itself. If you guys don't follow the order, there are chances that you might get it wrong. So I'll solve few questions before you guys can solve it. So let's say we have this question over here. Let me write down PEMDAS. Do we have a parenthesis? Yes.
Yes.
So 2 times 3 is nothing but 6
6.
to the power 2 minus 7. Now, this is the first step that we do. Do we have an exponent? Yes.
Yes.
So 6 to the power 2 is 36
36.
minus 7. Do we have multiplication? No.
No.
Do we have division? No.
Nope.
Do we have addition? No. We have only
Nope.
subtraction.
Yes.
36 minus 7 would be nothing but 29. That will be your answer. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Here, let's try to solve this. I'll write down the PEMDAS. Do we have parenthesis? No.
No.
Do we have exponent? No.
No.
Do we have multiplication? Yes. So
Yes.
solve the multiplication first. 4 times 6 is 24 minus 8 divided by 4. So multiplication is done. Do we have division? Yes.
Yes.
So 24 minus 8 divided by
2.
4 is nothing but 2.
2.
We have addition? No.
No.
Do we have subtraction? Yes. So 24 minus 2 is
2.
nothing but 22.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, let us try to solve this tough question. Ta-da! So I'll write down our standard formula,
PEMDAS.
PEMDAS. Do we have a parenthesis, guys? Yes.
Yes.
So we will solve this first. 3 squared plus 6 times 5 plus 4 is 9 divided by 3 minus 7. Do we have an exponent? Yes.
Yes.
The exponent is over here. So we'll solve this now. So 3 to the power 2 is 9
9.
plus 6 times 9 divided by 3 minus 7. Do we have a multiplication? Yes.
Yes.
So we will solve the multiplication now. 9 plus 6 times 9 would be 54 divided by 3 minus 7. Do we have a division? Yes.
Yes.
So we'll do that division now. So 9 plus 54 divided by 3,
80.
18
18.
minus 7. Now do we have addition? Yes.
Yes.
So 9 plus 18 is 27
Yeah.
minus 7. Now the last thing is subtraction. So we have 27
20.
minus 7 is 20.
20.
Now look, the question initially seemed like it was a very difficult mountain to climb. But if you follow the order of operation, if you master the PEMDAS method, step by step, you will get the correct answer. You don't need to bang your head on the wall all the time you see such questions.
Yes.
Okay, just remember PEMDAS. Okay, now let me give you some questions to solve. You have 90 seconds. And please put the answer in the chat box. I already have an answer. Awesome, Angie.
Hey,
Joseph has also answered. Frederick has also answered. Awesome, Frederick. Welcome back, buddy. Yep, Daniel has also answered. Awesome, guys. The answer is 270. Let's move on. Okay, here you're going to substitute the values. Remember, multiplication is the default sign of mathematics. If you don't see anything, consider it as multiplication. So this is nothing but 4 times z square. Now you guys need to put the value of z as 3. Go ahead and solve it. Ablam has already answered. Very good, Ablam.
thank you.
Awesome, Daniel. D for Daniel. You got your answer right.
I find a different number. Maybe hello. I'll do it again. Oh yeah, I see my mistake now. Last day.
Okay. So the answer is nothing but D,
G.
which is 108. Let's move on to the next question. Here, guys, you need to substitute the value of x as 2 and then apply it in this expression x to the power x times x. So in this type of questions, you're basically practicing 2 topics at the same time. It's expression and PEMDAS method. Whenever they ask you any question combined, most probably they will ask you the questions that are combined only. You got it right. Yep, Angie got it right. Joseph got it right. Ablam got it right. Awesome, awesome. Can you do this one for me? Sure, Frederick. Why not, buddy? Look. So what do we need to do? X to the power x times x is what we have to do.
Replace.
So I will have to substitute the value of x as 2. 2 to the power 2 times 2. So
This.
we don't have parenthesis. We have exponents. We'll solve that first. 2 to the power 2 is nothing but 4. Write down the next step as it is. Do we have multiplication? Yes. So 4 times 2 is nothing but equal to 8.
8.
Did you get it, Frederick? Okay. He says yes. Let's move on. Ha ha ha. I'm going to solve this one for you. Okay.
Okay.
Now, 5 plus 1,
6.
6 divided by 3, 8 minus 5 equals to 3 plus 3x. Now here, our PEMDAS will be also confused because there are so many parentheses over here. So parentheses, how many parentheses are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So after that, now we have 4 parentheses. So in that parenthesis, what do we have? Do we have exponent in any of them? No.
No.
Do we have multiplication in any of them? No. Do we have division? Yes. So we have division in this parenthesis. So let's put it this way. 5 plus 1, 6 divided by 3 will be equal to 2
3.
times, or you can just keep it like this. 8 minus 5.
3.
You can do this simultaneously also because they're all in multiplication. But just to make sure that you guys are understanding this, I'll go according to the PEMDAS. So do we have division is done? Do we have additions? Yes, we have this and this over here. So let's do it. 6.
Yes.
If there is nothing, I'll just put multiplication in between. Now,
3.
I'll put it as 8 minus 5 equals to 6x. Now, let's solve this. 6 times 2. We have subtraction in the end now. 8 minus 5 is 3
3.
equal to 6x. So you can either multiply this. 6 times 2 is 12. 12 times 3 is 36 equals to 6x. Now we need to get rid of that particular 6. That 6 is in multiplication of x.
This.
So 6
6.
is in multiplication. So what is the inverse of multiplication? Division. So in order to get rid of this 6, I will divide both the sides by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. So x equals to 36 divided by 6 is nothing but 6.
6.
Yep. I hope you guys understood this. Anjay, Abla,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yeah.
if you haven't understood it, ask it to me now itself because I'm going to give you the next question to solve.
Yeah, I see.
Okay. If you want to ask me, you can ask me now.
Okay.
Let's move ahead. There you go, guys. May God bless America.
Okay.
Divided by 5.
Minus 2.
X. No, happy.
You already have an answer.
5. Yeah, happy. 10.
Ablam, you need to redo it, buddy.
No, 3 first. 3 division first.
Anjay got it
Okay.
right.
Okay. I forget. Which?
Daniel got it right. Anjay got it
Right.
right. Awesome, guys.
It will do. I get for the 6. C'est B.
Yep, Ablam, you got it right, buddy. Come on, Frederick. Take your time, get it right. It's completely fine.
8 times 80. 8 times 8. 8 times 10 times 160. 160. 160. 80.
Do you want me to solve this for you? Okay, Joseph says yes, Frederick says yes. Anjay, would you like to help our friends? I will just write it down. You can dictate me.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes, Anjay, please dictate it. I will
uh,
keep on solving it for you.
yeah.
Yeah, buddy. So what is the first thing that we are going to do? I'll write down PEMDAS over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me, buddy. Anjay?
Uh,
3.
parentheses, yes.
Yes, there are all parentheses over here.
Yes.
Okay.
No exponent.
Next, no
No.
exponents are there.
And no.
No multiplication.
And division, yes.
Yes, division is already there. So
Yeah.
15 divided by 5, it's 3. 4 minus 2, 6 plus 2 equals to 7 plus 1. Do we have additions?
Yes.
Yes. So here there is addition, here there is another addition. So 6 plus 2 is 8 times 3 times 4 minus 2 equals to 8x. Next,
Yes.
subtraction.
Yes.
8 times 3 times 2 equals to 8x. Let's multiply. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 times 2 is
48.
48 equals to 8x. Now we need to get rid of that x and x. Sorry, we need to get rid of that 8. And 8 is in multiplication. So we do the inverse operation of multiplication, which is division on both the sides.
Yeah,
Remember,
6.
you need to do the same operation on both the sides. So
All right.
48 divided by 8 would be nothing but
6.
equal to 6. 8 divided by 8 is nothing but 1.
1.
So x is equal to 6. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's move on to the next question. Ha. There you go, guys.
Okay. Thank you.
7 minus 2.
This was this not the one.
6.
Yeah. Okay.
I already have an answer.
So let's see.
You have a great speed. Abram,
Yes.
let me see if you got that right. Awesome. Abram, you got it right.
Thank you.
Anjay, awesome, buddy. You got it right.
Sir.
Prince, awesome, Prince. You got it right as well. Daniel got it as C. Frederick, awesome, buddy. I think everyone got the answer. Joseph, Do you want me to solve this one for you?
What is the prime factorization of 1000?
Yes, the mute.
Joseph is muted, it seems. Okay.
You can go ahead and work on it, but I was still working on it. I wasn't reading the chat or anything, so
Okay. Do
you
you want me to
can
solve this one for you, or shall I move on to the next question?
you can if
Okay.
you may.
Okay, I'll just solve it for you in a fast, quick manner. So let's go ahead with PEMDAS. We have multiplication over here. So this becomes 6. This becomes 24. This is nothing but 8. Then we go for the subtraction part, which is 5. Guys, when you become an expert at solving this, you can just solve it this way also. Now, here, divide both the sides by 24. So everything is in multiplication over here. So 24 can be divided by 6. This 6 can be divided by 6. Cancel this out. So we have 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 2 is 5 times 2 is nothing but 10. So x is equal to 10. Let's move on.
Appreciate it.
Yep. Hey guys, solve this one question. Then we will move on to the operations of negative numbers. Like many of you might be having doubts when there is addition and subtraction of negative numbers, multiplication, division, on everything about negative numbers. So we're going to head to that after you solve this question.
This is 35 seconds, right?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
35 seconds to solve it.
Not 35 seconds. You will get 90 seconds to solve it.
Okay.
But you can solve it in 35 seconds. I will not say no to that.
Yeah, okay. So that's a mixture to see.
Uh-huh. I've got two answers. Here, let me try solving this. 3 times negative 3 to the power 3 plus 3 times negative 3 plus 4 minus 2 times negative 3 to the power 2. So PEMDAS. So we have parenthesis over here. Let's solve that first. So negative 3 times 3 would be negative 9. Negative 9 plus 4 would be negative 5. 3, the parenthesis is done. Let's move on to the exponent now. 3 times. Negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. It's negative 27. Minus 2 times negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. So the exponents are also done. Let's see, what do we have? Where do we have multiplication? Yes, we have the multiplication over here. 3 times negative 27. So 7 times 3 is 21. Carry the 2 over.
81.
3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8. Negative 81. This plus times minus will become minus 5. minus 18. Now, if there are two minuses, you basically add the number and
Mm.
take the negative side. This will become 86, negative 86 minus 18. So we have 8 plus 6 is 14, carry the 1 over. 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1, 10. And take the sign of both of them, which is nothing but negative 104. Now, if you guys are having the trouble about the negative numbers, we are going to give our more attention in the next few slides on it. Okay, I just want you to understand the process of it.
Mm.
How to solve the negative numbers, we are going to understand it in the next few slides. So, option A is correct. Let's move ahead. Operation on negative numbers. So guys, those of you who are having trouble with addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of negative numbers, focus on these few rules. There will be hard 4 or 5 rules. If you understand those rules, you will never have any problem in your life regarding the negative numbers. So first thing, whenever we are adding or subtracting negative numbers, what you need to know is same sign. If they are having same sign, if two numbers are having the same sign, you add and keep the sign. If two numbers are having the same sign, you add and keep the sign. Example, 5 plus 3. So here 5 is also positive, 3 is also positive. So what do? We add and keep the sign. We don't write positive 8, we just write 8, but it is understood that it is positive over there. So now let's say if it is 9 plus 12, so both of them are having positive sign. So same sign, you add and keep the sign. 9 plus 12, it's 20, so positive 20. Now, negative 5 minus 3. So
Thank you.
5 is also having negative number,
Yeah.
negative
Yeah.
sign. 3 is also having negative number. So same sign. What will you do? You add and keep the sign. So 5 plus 3 is 8 and keep the sign, which is minus. So negative 8. Negative 9 minus 12. Same sign. Add and keep the sign. If both the numbers are having same sign, you basically add the numbers. So 9 plus 12 is 21 and keep the sign, which is nothing but negative 21. Okay. Now,
All right.
different signs. What I mean by that? Different sign means 5 minus 3. So 5 is a positive number, 3 is a negative number. 5 different signs. What will you do? You subtract the number and take the sign of the larger number. If they are having different signs, subtract the numbers from each other and take the sign of the larger number. So 5 minus 3. You just take 2, which is the larger number, 5. So you will take 5 as the answer. Now, if you take it reverse, negative 5 plus 3. So different signs. You subtract it. You still subtract 3 from 5. So 5 minus 3 is 2, but you need to take the sign of the larger number, which is 5.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me give you, let me solve a few more questions for you. Minus 12 plus 15. Different signs. Use subtract. Different signs, subtract. Same sign, add. Different
All right.
signs, 15 minus 12, 3. But keep the sign of the positive number,
Nice.
like the larger numbers. 15 has a positive sign, it is positive 3. You can even write it as normal 3 or positive 3, anything is fine. Now let me write it this way. Minus, okay, 100 minus, okay, let me take it negative 100 minus 200. So same sign, you add
300.
and keep the sign.
Bye.
So remember this, you can just write it down somewhere. Same sign, add and keep the sign. Different signs, subtract and take the larger number sign. That's it, guys. If you remember these two rules, you can do the addition and subtraction of any negative number. You just need to know these two rules and you need to practice 7 questions or 10 questions at the max, and you will be awesome at solving this. Just believe me and solve some 10 questions on your own. Or else I can also give you some practice assignment to do. Just do it once and then you'll be more confident how you guys are going to solve it. And there will be no fear. The first and most important thing. Okay. Now, there is one more thing, if you guys have written it down, that I want you guys to remember. So, now we have understood about the end signs. End sign means what? Basically, the signs were like this, -5, -3. So they were outside. Now, what if there are cases like this? So you need to know this two things. If there is a question like this, 5 minus -4. So here, you need to remember this guy, social security agent, means same sign add. If they are like internal signs, if they're having same signs, 5 minus negative, they are both sides nearby each other. So same sign add. It will become 5 plus 4. And this is said. Subtract if different. Same sign add, subtract if different. Now let's say if it was 5 plus -4. So different sign, you just subtract it. Same sign add, subtract if different. Okay, so here, this is about the internal signs, okay? Now you guys must have seen some questions like this. Now, let me try to show you some examples, what I'm talking about. It might seem overwhelming a bit, but after a few questions practice, you will understand it nicely. Okay, so here, -5 or -5 plus -13 minus 12. Let's solve it. So the first thing, always solve the internal signs first. So subtract if different. So there are different signs. So -5 minus 13 minus 12. Now we are good to go. Always one step at a time, guys. So same sign.
Same sign.
Add and keep the sign. 5 plus 13, 18. Keep the sign negative. Minus 12.
30.
Same sign. Add and keep the same sign. So 18 plus 12 is 30. Keep the same sign. -30 is your answer. Are you guys understanding it little bit? I don't want you to get it completely. With more question practice, you'll understand it nicely. Okay? Let's move on. Okay. So guys, I will solve the last 2 questions and I want you to solve the first 3 questions. So let me solve it first. Always try to eliminate the middle signs first. So here, I'll write down the question, -15 plus -10. So I'll eliminate the middle sign. So different sign, subtract. So -15 minus 10. Now, 2 numbers with the same sign. So same sign. Add and keep the sign. So 25, -25 will be your answer. Let's move on to the next part. So next part says -20 minus -5. Initially eliminate the center signs. Same sign add. SSA, same sign add. Same sign add. So -20 plus 5. Now, what do we have over here? different signs. So if there are different sign, what will you do? Subtract. So first thing that you need to do, subtract 20 minus 5, 15, and take the sign of the larger number. It becomes negative 15. Okay. Now solve the second question first. This question. Solve it slowly, steadily. There is no need of hurrying into this question. Oh, Prince has already solved everything. Awesome, Prince. And Jay has also solved all of them. Okay, Frederick, are you getting the answers, buddy? Yeah. Now, let's move on to the multiplication and division part. Hold on. There are some questions that... Okay. I will solve this one. Next two, you guys have to solve. So I'll write down the question clearly. Negative 15 plus negative 32 minus 18 plus 22. So the first thing, I will try to eliminate the center signs. So different signs, subtract.
9, 32.
Plus 22. So what will you do now? Same signs, add and keep the sign. So 15 plus 32. So this becomes 7. Negative 47 minus 18 plus 22. Same sign, add and keep the sign. 8 plus 7, 15, carry the 1 over. 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So 65, keep the sign, plus 22. Now, different signs. Subtract first. First you need to subtract. 5 minus 2, 3.
3.
6 minus 2, 4. And take the sign of the larger number. So negative 43 is your answer. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now I want you to solve the next question, guys. There you go. It's negative 56 minus negative 29 plus 13 minus negative 9. Initially, eliminate the center signs. I already have an answer. Oh, Anjay, awesome. Prince, very good. Daniel got it right. Come on, guys. You have 30 more seconds. We'll wait for 15 more seconds, then I'll solve it. Negative 56. Let's eliminate the center signs. This becomes
Yes.
positive 29 plus 13. Negative, negative, it will become positive
Plus 9.
9. Next, different numbers. Sorry, different signs, you subtract. So 6 minus 9. So let's say 6
27.
minus 9 would be 7.
So
4 minus 2 would be 2. So negative 27. So you subtract. Whenever you have a different sign, you subtract and take the sign of the larger number. Plus 13 plus 9. Now again, we are having two numbers with different signs. So what you need to do, you subtract. Different signs, subtract first. And then take the sign of the larger number. 7 minus 3 is 4. 2 minus 1 is 1. So negative 14 plus 9. Again, what do we have? Two numbers with different signs. So you subtract. 14 minus 9 would be 5. And take the negative sign of the 14. So B is correct. Let's move on to the next question. Solve it, guys. Come on, fast. You guys have 60 seconds to solve this. I already have an answer. Angie got it.
Plus ou 35.
Prince got it as A. Let me solve it. Two numbers with different signs. So you subtract. So here we have 5. 1. 11 minus 3 is nothing but 8. So negative 85 plus 60 minus 90 plus 25. So two numbers with different signs. You subtract. So you'll get 1, 2. Negative 25 minus 90 plus 25. You can either cancel this negative 25 and positive 25 out. You can get your answer negative 90 directly.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
That's the same thing.
25 negative plus 25 minus 90. You can just play around with the numbers, okay? But there is one thing that you need to remember. You need to play around with the sign in the left. Whatever
Yeah.
sign, this number is going to
Right.
have. So it is having negative 90. So you'll have to move ahead with the negative sign. So this negative 25 plus 25 will become 0. So negative 90 will be your answer. Now,
Yeah.
the last topic of today's class is nothing but multiplication and division of negative numbers. So in multiplication and division, guys, you need to remember same signs, positive result. Different signs, negative result. What does that mean? I'll just write it down over here. So same sign. If there is a positive number times a positive number, you'll get a positive. Negative number times a negative number, you'll get a positive. Remember, same signs, positive. If you remember, same signs have always been positive. Different signs, negative. Different signs, negative. So positive times negative, negative, negative times positive, negative again. Now, it applies for multiplication and division both. So let me try solving the last 3 questions for you, and then you guys can solve the other three by your own. So negative 3 times negative 9. So these are two negative numbers. So same
Plus
signs. The answer is going to be positive. So 3 times 9 is 27. So here, negative 12 divided by negative 4. So again, same sign. Guys, same signs. Answer is positive. 12 divided by 4 is 3.
3
Negative 6 times negative 7. Again,
plus
it's positive 42. You guys solve these three questions ASAP.
yeah.
I already have answer from Ablam. That's awesome, buddy. Come on, Daniel, Jacob, Joseph, Frederick. Here, negative number times positive number. So different signs, the answer is going to be
950.
negative 15. Positive number, negative number. So different signs. The answer is going to be negative 6 times 4 is
35.
24.
Oh, 34. All right.
Negative number, positive number. So different signs, negative. 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. That is your answer. Okay. So guys, I hope you have understood everything in today's class. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me?
Nope. For
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Now, let me just give you some practice assignment. If you guys solve all this practice assignment, you will get the next boot camp also free of cost. But you guys have to be little serious and solve the practice assignments. So here guys, what you need to do, this is our website. I'll also put that into our group. So what you need to do, asvabwarriors.com. You need to go to the courses. Here, it's free bootcamp, okay? We're not going to charge you anything. So what you need to do, you need to go here, register yourself and buy for free. Then there will be 2 practice assignments of 10 questions each. If you observe carefully, so practice assignment 1, practice assignment 2. So solve those questions, and I promise if you solve all the practice assignment questions 10 and 10, you will get perfect at this particular topic, and I will give you the algebra bootcamp happening in the next week for absolutely no cost. Okay, so I'll be putting the website of the course in the WhatsApp group. I hope everyone is in the WhatsApp group. And what I will do right now is I will also put the link of the course in the Zoom chat box as well. So you guys can just copy it, and guys, do not delay it. If you are having some time, try to solve it. Okay,
Alright.
the more questions you solve, the better you are at math. Okay, so it was pleasure meeting all of you. Okay, we will meet tomorrow, same time, same place, but with a different topic on arithmetic skills. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a good day ahead.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome, guys.